What's up, everybody? So, a friend of mine asked me to take a look at a project that he had. Wrapped up inside this thing is an old time walk, don't walk sign. He lives in New York and was hit pretty bad by Hurricane Sandy a couple of years back. And so the basement got flooded and the sign stopped working. So, I'm going to unwrap it. We're going to take a look at it and see if we can't get it working again. I don't know if you can see that. Here it is. Pretty cool. I think it's just kind of supposed to light up and switch between walk and don't walk at a specific time interval. Let's see. Maybe I can zoom in here. All right. Let's open it up and see what it looks like inside. So there's a couple. There's like a front plate and a back plate. So this is behind the front plate. You've got your light bulb. Then behind that, you've got the innards of everything. So I'm gonna take a quick, see if we can get a closer look at this. Looks like power kind of comes up to the bottom here and connects to this like bus bar here, and that powers this little maybe timer of some sort. And I got a couple of switches here, and I think as the timer spins around, it turns on and off the lights. Pretty not super complicated. My understanding is that this thing was flooded up to the top with salt water, so I don't know if this little device back here will be recoverable, but we're going to give it a try. Let's take this timer off and see what it looks like. There's a little nudge. Looks like somebody a little bit, maybe. Let's do a timer. This goes to the bottom light. Goes to the top light. This is power coming out of the switch. It looks like there's two switches. They just never used both of the switches, and I don't think it's really even necessary. But although this timer switch spins this little camshaft, and that's what switches these things on and off. It's kind of stuck right now, so we're gonna take a look at that. The side with the writing goes to the single strand, and these two guys go together. cut this out of the original setup just for testing purposes here. I'm gonna hook this up and see if the motor spins. I don't know why it won't auto focus well, but these are Wagos. I use these instead of wire nuts. This is a 2-wire connector. It's a Wago 221. Try it one more time. Look at that. So far. I don't know if you can see that. Try and get you in closer. Based on what was written on the side of the box, I believe this is 1 RPM. All right, so originally there were these 2 switches. I have this same style switch from an arcade machine that I built a while back. These are extra. So same switch. I'm only going to use the one because they actually only had the one connected. I think that you could set them both up. Looking at the cam, there's 2 different lobes on here, and you could have, this. If you use them both, it would set them so that they would be equally on and off. In this case, they had only one, where you might have the walk signal being long, and then the don't walk being short. And so I think I'm just gonna stick with what they had. I'm gonna use one switch here. These original screws, they had wrapped them in Teflon, I think, to kind of make it hold tight. You can see that they're too loose for my switch. I have these little screws that will actually screw in, I think, all right. We're gonna try and screw one in. Hopefully, I don't mess it up. I mean, I have more, and it fits kind of through the hole here. So I'll take this off again. And so the way that this is set up is that right now in this position, the switch is switched on. This is held into place like so. So we're gonna give this a try. I'm gonna see how well it works. So I think I still need to try and figure out, like, as I bent the little tabs back so that I could get this cover off, I'm gonna try and, you know, kind of rebend it in because it really needs to be held in place. Try and zoom in here. So this cover was held down by little tabs in the four corners here, and they were bent over to hold the cover in place. I undid all that to get the cover off, and now instead of trying to make new tabs or rebend them over, I think I'm going to try a different solution just to make it a little bit more serviceable in the future. I made this little plate here, and I got an extra bolt here, bolt. So this is the original bolt, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the plate underneath it. And I can cut this shorter if I need to. But originally this bolt stuck out through the back panel and was held in by this acorns nut here. So right now this will work well for kind of holding the top down, not letting it come apart. So I think that's pretty good for now. We can make it prettier later, but this will allow me to test it out without having to hold it together. All right, back in the cabinet here. So I'm not a big fan of this bus bar, especially with 110 coming in here. So I'm actually going to use my little Wigos to simulate that connection. So maybe pull this off, we'll see. So what I have here is a 5 Wago connector. I don't know if I'll need all 5, but I think I'm gonna need at least 4. So these two were connected on the bus bar, and then there was an additional, these are the original ones that came out of here. One that has a spade connector here goes to the switch, and the other one had a one of these wires coming out of here and going to the other end of the timer motor. So this is the new setup. I don't know if you can see, but there's a hole back here where this guy's gonna live. And use this one. I'm putting it out. Just kind of hold it in place. All right, so one of these goes to each one of the lights, And then I have another one gets connected to one side of my timer. And then the last one of these extra pieces here will go to actual power when I feed it in. And so then the last one here, one of them is this guy. I'm going to take off this end here. So I'm going to strip this off here. And so here I've got a 3. I'm going to connect one end. It's going to go to here. The other end's going to go to the opposite end of the timer. And this here gets connected to the switch. And then the other ends that I took off of originally, they get connected to the normally open and normally closed switch connector pieces as well. So now I just need to route power up to it, and then hopefully it's gonna work. We'll see. So for power, I have this extension cord that where one end this came off of something, and I cut the other end off and I put a plug on the end here. And so I think for now I'm gonna take this plug end off, route this power up, and then connect it up. All right, so I have routed power up through here. The cable I'm using has a ground, and that's partially so that I can make sure I ensure the right polarity to get to get that timer to turn in the right direction. So one of these guys is going to go to this one. The other one's going to go to this one. All right, we're going to leave ground out for now. Not sure what we're going to do with ground yet, but so now when I plug it in, it should turn. And in addition to that, hopefully one of these lights will be on. I could take a look at the diagram to see, but I don't even know if these lights are still good. I might actually swap them out. All right, so I put in some bulbs that I believe are good. I'm gonna plug it in just to see if it works, and I wanna see what direction the timer is rotating. I got light. And the other one switches on. And it looks like it's the right direction, so that's good. I might ground out the case, again, just a little bit additional safety, but it looks good to me. All right, here it is in action.
I hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you do, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any ideas on other projects that I could work on, please feel free to put them in the comments. Thank you very much.